on the record.
I'm recording, but oh fucking hell! Start. Happy Halloween! If there's anybody here, hello. I can't hear you because I'm just recording with the dictaphone. I'm going to put the audio and the film together. See if we get any EVPs, which I never do. We're in the haunted woods of the Wren's Nest Natural Nature Reserve. So if there's any spirits talking at the moment, I can't hear what they're saying. So if there's any spirits here, can you tell me your name, please? My name's Darren. I've just come to say hello and wondering why you're here, what happened to you, or any information, history regarding this place. So do you get a man come through round about here that says, well, calls me old man, and he says follow me. And I come down this path and I go up these steps which we're walking to now. I'll have a walk. So if there's any spirits here who'd like to show themselves, please do. We've come to say Happy Halloween, which is supposed to be the finished, well, the veil is in its finest or finished to talk to us if you want to. And it seems like there's a lot of spirits up here that want help, they want to talk, but for some reason it's a secret. I'm going to walk to the top here. As I said, I got something here and then it just stops. And I walk up here. We've got some lights. I'm going the opposite way. And what I get is medieval. There's a stronghold somewhere on this hill, which is Mons Hill, made of wood. And because it's been heavily quarried and mined, there's no evidence. But we do have an embankment that goes straight the way down, The bit on my left is basically where it's all been mined. And over there, it dips down a little bit and it's mined a little bit more. Which goes, well, at the other side of this bit, I get something about bodies. Evil, witchcraft. I get something a bit further down here where it talks about legions. And you want to make a deal or something, and which I get in quite a few places around here. But I don't get any kind of history regarding the place that I can actually look up. It's somewhere around here. I get something about medieval, and around the corner on the other side I get something witchcrafty and satanic down here. So, and the other thing I get is he comes on a Wednesday, and you ask who comes on a Wednesday, and I go Satan, the devil. So there's a firework. Yeah, somewhere around this post we get like occultism type stuff. Yeah, just here. There's a big tree there. I don't know if anyone has had any problems. We've got a bit of a spooky tree here. I don't think anyone's killed themselves here. But on the other side there, because it dips down, it's all been mined out, this bit where the trees are. On the other side where it goes up is a path. And I've had something about children. We were playing. At one time someone used to actually leave flowers up there in a vase years and years ago, which has disappeared. So, if there's any spirits here, could you let me know your name? My name's Darren. I'd like to say hello. Happy Halloween. I was wondering if you could tell us your story, or why you're here, what happened. Was you conjured here? Or anything? Do people see you? And do you show yourself to people? Because people tell me these woods are really haunted since I was a child. I've had a few experiences where it feels like it's been touched, well, more cloaked than touched, to be honest. I've been up here with the spirit box for a few years. You get all kinds of stories and names, especially over the other side. This side seems a bit quiet. So, we'll continue our walk around Mons Hill. You can see there's lights in the trees, that's the street lights. Can't really see too much with the torch, but there's the view. Don't really get too many responses up here. We're just going to continue walking. We'll hear what's coming through the spirit box. The noise is coming from my bag, by the way. I haven't got a K2 on me today, or any gadgets. The time's probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock. And if you walk around the nature reserve, you will see there's crucifixes on the trees. Yeah, there's quite a lot of these. I don't know if they're markers that someone's left that's had a paranormal experience here. But it's, you know, no one's actually come up with an answer. Why is the crosses on the trees? Apart from on Wren's Nest Hill, they said the symbols with no power. And that's all the nearest I've got to it, I think. And I think there's another one down here. Yeah. Like I said, they're all over the trees. The crucifixes are. There's another one right down the bottom there. There's the moon. I don't think there's another one here. And so I don't know if the markers that someone's actually had an experience, but they're not all over the place. They're just in certain spots. There used to be 2 or 3 down by where the steps was. And I think there's only 2 there, well, 1 there now. So I'm not quite sure what to think. For a guess, I think there's about 60. And there's some over the other side on the path that runs where the other side of the quarry, well, where it's been mined. So if there's any spirits here, can you tell me why there's crosses on the trees? Is there something evil here? Or did something evil happen? I can't hear what you're saying at the moment because I'm recording the audio separate in the hope that we can clear it up so it sounds a bit more listenable. So most of the video is actually listening to the spirit box and what the replies are, or is, if you want, you can try and make a narrative from the words or a story. But there is a lot of people that died working in tragic working conditions up here, because they used to dynamite or blast out the rocks. They used to move the rocks by hand. I think they had a kind of a mineral railway. That's a bird. There's a bird in the tree somewhere. And I believe there's another cross on here. Yeah, most of the names I get round here, there it is. Right, there's the cross. I would say they seem to be everywhere. So if there's any spirits here, can you show yourself in front of the camera? If possible. We've come here on Halloween in the hope that we'll see something paranormal. There's not a moth flying by like that. Yeah, most of the names I get around the nature reserve. I've had a Lisa, we've had a Michelle, we've had a Rachel, we've had Alice, we've had a Freddie and an Albert. Even on this side of the hill. We're walking towards the road where I'm just going to go right on the path to where the stile is, and then we're going to have a walk down to the field where I'll get something about Lisa. Hopefully the camera's still in focus. You can see we're coming up to the road. Now, one of the claims to fame of the road here is, when I get to it, this road once was the boundary between South Staffordshire, or Staffordshire, and Worcestershire. And there used to be a school on the left hand side there called Mons Hill, which is now a housing estate. Oh, we've got the wind picking up now. And here is one of the spots for where Abraham Darby might have been born. There's 3 spots around the area, I'm not quite sure where. But this is one of the spots. It's marked off on the map as a possible place. When we come to the field, we normally get a Lisa. So I've had, even on the other side of the hill there, which is Wren's Nest Hill, I've had the reply of help Lisa, but I've never actually got a story of who Lisa is and what happened. Can you see anything? Like I say, I'm not expecting anything paranormal to happen because it's only early hours of the night. But the people at work, we reckon, I should make some kind of Halloween video. But it's like I said, I don't really make exciting videos. And just here, I don't know if you can see it, there's 2 little bumps or ridges. And that is the trackway to where the caverns was in there, or cavern entrance. And run off in that direction towards the pub, or the side of the pub, where it used to be Mineral Railway. But there's quite a few ridges there is, but these 2 here, I don't know if you can see them. There's 2 ridges here. I think I'm on them. There's 2 ridges there. Yeah, and that's the trackway. And apart from that, it's just an open field. And I believe it used to be called Target Field. But on the maps of 1838, it was the South Staffordshire Rifle, well, it basically says the Rifle Volunteer Rifle Range. And I believe it's the South Staffordshire that used to use the rifle range, or train up here. And I believe there was an accident on Wren's Nest Hill where they shot someone, or someone got shot in the training of it. And that was something like 1880, 1890. And I believe there's a letter somewhere, because from Wren's Nest Farm to the military, telling him to keep off the land. Occasionally we get stuff about murders here, and the other murder I've got, because I ain't got too many murders here, there's about two possible ones, and I think some of them are maybe accidents. I've got an Abby, that's it, we've got an Abby, a Lisa, something else. We're coming to the path in a minute, and this is where you get the feeling of someone touching you or cloaking you. But there's two places it happens. This is like round dusk normally. I'm going to go to the one park 'cause it's towards the other side of the road there. So I thought I'd just walk across the field, see what kind of responses we get. So we get somewhere down here. I don't know if it's a demon, because I do get 2 or 3 comments about demons down here, and they keep saying they lied to you. So it's down there by the post. You get a feeling from somewhere like this tree to the post, and down there you'll see a gravel patch. It's like stones on the floor. And if you go to the concrete bollards, you've gone too far. But somewhere down there, you get a feeling of someone touching you. So we've got the gate here. As I say, I'll just get names here, so I don't know what happened exactly. I know someone in about 2014, 2015 was airlifted from here in an air ambulance, but I'm not quite sure what happened there. So I don't know if we're going to get anything. That's Daddy Longleg by the looks of it. Yeah, I just get the feeling there's something cloaking you or touching your back, and sometimes you get tingly feelings on your legs. The reception, I think the signal for the spirit box is a bit weak at times, so I'm not quite sure what we're getting now. The wind's picking up. So if there's any spirits here, can you tell me your name please, and why you're here, or what happened to you? I'm going to give you about 2 minutes. I can't hear what you're saying because I'm recording the audio separately. If you'd like to show yourself in some way, please do. Okay, we're going to move on. Have a look down there again. Let's say we're on Mons Hill at the moment. There's an estate over there. This is called the Greens. And you can see in the background all the lights. One of the responses I get here is that there's a woman in the field. I'm not quite sure how long she's been here or what her real name is. Occasionally you do get there's a woman in the field buried or murdered. The first time I had the response was around here by these trees. Well, there used to be a stile here up to about last year or beginning of this year, and just here you used to get the feeling of something cloaking you and touching you again. And you get something evil, and it sounds demonic sometimes. So I'm not quite sure, what the story is. So if there's anyone here, can you tell me a story, please, while you're here? What happened to you? And there is a cross on the tree somewhere. It's one of these. I have seen it there. Can you see it? That says crucifixes everywhere. Just taking a Halloween walk, if you was wondering what I was doing. My name's Darren again. I just come to hear your story, if there's anyone here. There's a bit of noise. I'm not quite sure what it was. It sounds metallic. So we're not here to hurt you, disrespect you or anything, but if you want to show yourself there, you're going to click there. I don't know if that's quite paranormal. But we're hearing the trees, I think, in the wind. So if you'd like to show yourself on camera, please do, which no one ever does. I'm not quite sure. I don't think spirits can be photographed, to be honest, or filmed. That's after 2 years of walking around here with a camera. So it's like, so I do get the words Abbey once in a while. I got something here that sounds like demons, but we don't know why they're here or what demon it is, or it's just spirits taking the mickey and having a laugh, trying to scare us. Just like I say, all around this area, these hedges never used to be here years and years ago, so it was just one big open field. But I do get, there's a woman buried here somewhere. I was going to go on the path up top there and walk around, but it seems there was people with lights before. I'm not going to go that way. That's another. It's not far from where we started at the top of the steps, the second steps, that is. You do get, if you go straight on, you go to a bend, you get the feeling of something touching you and cloaking you there as well. I've had stuff about evil bodies dig me up, which I get in about 13 places all around the nature reserve. 7 of them are up by the farm, around the farm area. 1 is down by the, what is it now, the circle of stones. And I got responses there about a body. That's on Wren's Nest Hill. Along the ridge of Wren's Nest Hill, which is the limestone cliffs, or the, what is it, horizontal plane, is what comes through the spirit box. And it sounds like there's a woman called Barbara. Oh, Deborah. That's it. A woman called Deborah. And the train tracks. So I don't know if she threw herself off the cliffs onto the train tracks. That's if there was a mineral railway there. Then I get all kinds of demonic stuff going on and witchcraft. That's another one we get round the nature reserve, is stuff about witchcraft. There's a lot of suicides, there's a few murders, there's a story on most of the stuff I found is on Wren's Nest Hill, which I tend to not go up there at night. There's too many people hanging about. But yeah, I've had some reoccurring names, reoccurring stories, time and time again. I've had something about a shooting, which I did say someone did get shot by the voluntary rifle people, or the South Staffordshire, which was an accident. We get that quite a lot. I get something about a baby. That's over the other side, but this side's fairly quiet normally. I get the odd thing about witchcraft. I get stuff about medieval. I had something about children, where I said before there was like a swing there and we were playing. Along that path we get, it's hit and miss till you get to the bottom over there and it turns right. And you start picking stuff up. I'm not quite sure about this place though. So if there's any spirits here, can you tell me your name, what happened to you, why you're here. I'll give you a minute before I switch it off. So we're just having a quick walk. I'll face the camera down there, which you can't really see too much, apart from the edge. It's gone out of focus, it's in focus. Can you tell me who's supposed to be buried in the middle of the field and what her name is? And tell me what year it happened, or thereabouts. And tell me how many spirits haunt Mons Hill. And the other question is there any miners still around? Is there any miners still walking about? Wanted to tell their story, what happened to them? Is there any people around who want to tell me the story? What happened to them? Is there anyone else? So we do get non-human and human. So, the firework. So who are the non-human people? So they must have a species or name. Oh, sorry about the fireworks. And the other question is, if people come up here to talk to you, are they in any danger? Or are you all friendly? I don't think we're going to see much now, it's a bit too dark. We're going to call it a night, we're going to end the conversation. Well, not a conversation, a few questions. So we're going to break the connection in the circle or whatever that people go on about, but basically I'm just to say it's time to go. Good night. If there's anyone here talking, any spirits or non-human, human, thank you. And it's time to go. A happy Halloween, and please do not follow me home, please do not attach yourself to me, and please do not attach yourself to any of the devices. I'm going to say again, thank you for your time, good night, goodbye, and thank you.
It's on the record.